Started, and I'll explain to the viewers why we're late.
No
Hello,
problem.
folks. Welcome to Stout Sunday. We're running late. Couldn't help it, really, because we had a priest from Africa that was filling in for 2 weeks, this week and next week, and he is a missionary. He was explaining what he does in Kenya, East Africa, and so it ran over 7 minutes past the hour, so it put me back, and I had to do my review. So here we are today. I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Stout Reviews. Jean-Pierre is with Beverage Ramble in Georgia. We may have some other people joining us. I'll show y'all what I have today. I have a beer that I bought at Dorgnac's supermarket in Metairie, Louisiana. It was $4.99 for the can. I forgot to mention that in my solo video. I like to mention that just so people can know kind of like where they're looking at if they buy it. But it was $4.99. And it's called Hubbard's Cave Hazelnut Coffee and Cakes, and it is a flavored stout, and it is 12%, coming in at 12% alcohol. Thank you, Jason. Oh, I forgot to. Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Happy Father's Day. Yes, Father's Day. All the dads, including you, Mr. T. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. There's the link if you want to join, folks. If you have a stout. Not an ESB, not a dark lager, not a brown ale, but a porter or a stout porter. Now, Jean-Pierre has something to show us.
Yes, I am consuming vanilla porter from Breckenridge Brewery, 5.4% ABV. I bought 2 bottles of this last night. One, of course, for today, and another I'll be reviewing on my channel. So it's we've been getting a lot of Breckenridge beers. Well, most not at the package stores, but mostly at some of the service stations. I've seen a couple of IPAs that I've picked up. And,
okay, so what's the name of that one again? Breckenridge what?
Breckenridge Vanilla Porter.
Oh, I've had it. We don't get that in Louisiana, really. So yeah. I think a couple of stores I've seen it over the last 20 years, maybe twice, but it's really not around here. So what's the ABV?
5.4%.
Oh, too low for you, but
yeah, but hey, it's fine. This is what I need.
John would rather if it was, like maybe 15.4, but anyway, he'll deal with it.
Yeah, well, that's what I have today. So I'm taking it easy, taking it light.
I am too, with this little 12% item on an empty stomach. Well, I needed to eat, but I ran out of time, Anyway, like Spanky would say, hang we got a comment.
Working today.
Beaumont.
Here today in Beaumont. Happy Father's Day. Yes, Beaumont, Texas. Man, bless your heart.
Greetings to you. Greetings
Drink
to you.
That water.
I did not stop in Beaumont last month, but I drove through it, going and coming back to Houston. So anyway, I noticed they changed the highway route in Beaumont sometime in the last year, so I thought that was interesting. But anyway, this beer pours dark brown, but it's not black. And if you're in real light, where you got light coming in from outside, and I put the shades up a little bit so it wouldn't be so bright, you can see the brown. You might even be able to see it on the videos. It was very dark brown. The foam is minimal, and as you can see, it dies right away, and there's no lacing. So but these imperial stouts, that happens a lot. Like the foam will die away, and there'll be no lacing. You'll notice that with KBS. That's barrel aged. This beer is not barrel aged. Paid $4.99 for the pint can. I don't know if that's a good price. That would be $19.96 for a 4-pack. I mean, you can figure out if you think that's a good deal or not. All right. So the nose, I'm not going to show you a screen share website because their website doesn't even list this beer. I mean, there's nothing to show. The aroma is strong. I said it on my solo review. The aroma smelled like fuel, like if you put this alcohol fuel in a vehicle. And I'm about to get fueled up. It's raisins, dark roasted malt. And you get the flavorings, like the maple syrup, the hazelnut, the coffee, but it's all kind of like working together and maybe even against each other. So the aroma's kind of wanky, like the aromas are fighting with each other. All right. But
you get a sense of booziness in this? Are you smelling
yeah, it smells kind of like a almost. So it doesn't hide the alcohol, which that might be a good thing. Man, I wish some other people would join us. Like, I don't know, the Whisky Scout. He should join us. When is the Whisky Scout? Oh, look!
Hello, sir. Happy Father's Day, man.
Happy Father's Day. I didn't know you guys would do this today. So I got up rather early for me. This is the first real sleep I've had since Friday.
Bless your heart, man.
So,
man,
last night. Anyway, it's from the brewery. It so happens it's Tuesday. It is a 15.3% by volume ABV bourbon barrel aged imperial stout. So,
by the way, Robert, again, I hope you saw the video of the brewery that I did of that beer you sent me. One of the
oh no, I hadn't seen that one. I seen the one on. I've been gone. I've been working.
Honestly,
a lot. So,
superb product.
I'm sorry, interrupt. 15.5%.
No, 15.3%.
Okay.
ABV.
The one you sent me, I reviewed it. Just a superb product, man. Thank you again.
Yeah, I think Where's the Lava?
Yes, that's the one.
Yes. I've seen one you did. I'll have to check. I will check and look and make sure if I've seen that or not. But I've been, like I said, this last two wells, there's very little reception out there in that part of Nebraska. So I'm not getting a lot of, I can't see a lot, you know what I mean? I just get text, get phone calls. It's pretty much about it. I mean, just not enough data to carry video signals and stuff.
Yeah, when you got to work, you got to work. Now back to this real fast. I'm not going to drag it out. The flavor. Cheers.
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 It's called a flavored. It says on the side of the can, flavored imperial stout, and this 12% thing. You can taste the coffee, maple syrup, hazelnut. You can taste the dark roasted malt. It's a sugar bomb. And I criticize those mass-produced 12% pint can flavored ales, and they deserve the criticism, like MXD from American Vintage Beverage Company in Arizona. Those things is like drinking a can of sugar. And you're like, 12% alcohol. But this is the same way. It's like drinking a can of sugar. It's like 5 out of 5 sugar cubes. It's sugar to the hilt. Bitterness units, very low. I'll say half a hop cone out of 5. The body is a medium. It's not a heavy beer. And the finish is sweet. They show in pancakes with syrup. There's no butter flavor in it. There's a little raisin, though, a little purple raisin. But by golly, one good thing about this, you'd never abuse it because it's so profoundly sweet. You'd never get 2 cans down. Well, you might get them down, but one's coming back, at least one. So it's like, why would you do that? It's not geared toward major consumption. If you're going to get in trouble with a strong beer, it would be something like Colt 45 High Gravity, because it doesn't have that super sweetness to where you could be a fool and not pay attention and drink too much. But I wouldn't recommend doing that. They called this a double pastry stout, and I agree. It tastes like a pastry. Yeah. I'm happy I bought it. There's only one video review for it, which I'll watch after this later, and I'm eating lunch. And then there's a handful of written reviews, and the people like it. But it just really, this product is going to be based on what you like. If you like very sweet, sugary products, it'll work. If you can't stand that kind of stuff, don't even waste your money buying it, because you're going to hate it. I mean, it's just, that's the way that's going to work. So I'm going to go to Jean now, and I'm going to try to look up the website for Breckenridge. And I do believe Breckenridge. Oh, don't feel bad for being late because I was running late. Let's look at the comments real fast. Geary says, yes, you're allowed to comment if you haven't started drinking yet. The Whisky Scout says, Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you and everybody again. And the good old black and silver Raiders colors. He's wearing Wichita State Shockers.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to talk about.
I've been to games against, well, at least one game in football in 80. Excuse me for being, oh yeah, never mind that. Okay. Yeah, if it's not your personal preference, it's not your preference. It's not indicative of quality, really. In most,
did they add black strap glasses?
I do remember that beer, and I know where. Yeah, you can still get it. I've never seen it in Louisiana. Yeah, he's showing the shot.
And they made a run in the tournament. The NCAA tournament. Wichita State Shockers.
Yeah, so they're in the same conference too.
I watched the OU game because I like OU too. That's kind of a rub. My dad, I was born and raised an OU fan, so I watched the OU game, the opening round of the World Series the other day, but all I've seen so far. But the OU girls won the softball World Series for the second year.
Yes, they did.
Them girls is
good. And now they're in the elimination round. No, they won. They whipped up on Texas A&M.
Texas A&M, yep.
Yeah, there should be two games today. There should be two games today, right?
The Texas team, 1:00 and 6:00 Central. The Texas teams are in the elimination round, and that does not hurt my feelings at all. And I like to go to Texas. I like Texas. I think that's a state where you can drive further and see less than in any state. And
I'm not sure about that. If you've ever crossed Western Kansas, you'd be like, but I drive that every other week. So since 2005, I pretty much drive that every other week, except for really bad years.
Yeah. So, well, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Texas friends. We all love Texas, and
Texas Panhandle. Texas Panhandle could be real dismal from there down to New Mexico line. It's pretty featureless,
pretty monotonous. All right. Okay. Now, Jean-Pierre, your company was bought, I believe, by y'all may have heard of Anheuser. Yeah, yes. Anheuser-Busch InBev. They bought out Breckenridge.
Yes, the evil empire.
Looks like the quality's still. Yeah, it looks like the quality's still rolling along with it.
Yeah, and again, I think that's what mostly as people need to understand when these mega conglomerates buy these things, they're not going to change anything. They're not going to, change the recipe and say, yeah, we're going to do this, and that, this. No, they just say, hey, we're going to help you just distribute your beer. Now you're under our guidance. We'll just help you distribute, but y'all do what y'all need to do. And that's basically what Breckenridge has done, which is why I'm able to get a lot of their beers here, especially since I moved up here in the Atlanta area. But then again, might have been the same if I lived in Mobile. I probably would have gotten some of their stuff since they are owned by AB InBev. But in any event, I'm drinking the Vanilla Porter by Breckenridge, 5.4% ABV. Here it is. What the beer looks like. A little low for my standard, but I guess after yesterday, I kind of need to, settle down and chill a little bit. So, yes.
Well, I did go to David. I did spend some time with David yesterday. So,
looking forward to the videos, especially the one.
Fun,
Yeah, the one we all did with the IPA. I mean, you already saw my comment. He wasn't having it. Like, no.
Oh man, he was like hostile to that beer.
Yeah. So, but anyway, this is what I have. They use they use roasted malts, and they're using from New Guinea and Madagascar style vanilla from Madagascar and New Guinea, the type of vanilla that they're using in this delicious porter. What the beer looks like, you can see, it has a nice little, really wonderful roasted aroma right away. Just getting a whiff of it. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers to your drinking. I mean, to your tasting.
Not too bad. Good mouthfeel. Definitely get that vanilla. I'm not getting that aroma of. I'm getting the malts definitely. They say in the website that it's strong, but I don't feel it's strong at all. Kind of very sessionable, in my opinion, for a porter. Nice balance, again. It's good. I mean, a little aftertaste. You may think this might be a little. It's not sugary at all. I mean, it's really a kind of really good balance of the malts and the vanilla. Get more of the roasted malts than the vanilla in this, being a vanilla porter. But yeah, it's decent. I mean, it's not overly strong, which I like. But despite the disclaimer on the website saying that it's strong, I would tend to disagree with that. Malty it is.
Well, they're just saying it's not session. It's not. It wouldn't knock back a bunch of them.
Right. So, I mean, it's good. For a sessionable porter, this is decent. Ones like from Bell's or or Founders, which I'm sure probably a little bit more stronger, but still sessionable enough. But this is very sessionable indeed, and not strong.
Jean,
Yes.
look what I'm showing. This probably would be more your ballpark.
Yes, it is the Imperial. Yes, the stronger the better. As I like.
Aged in rum barrels.
Yeah, I didn't
coming
see
in at 10%. Hold on.
I've seen the one John's done before, but the Imperial I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah. Again, we get a lot of good we get a lot of the Breckenridge, the Juice Drop, which I've done 2 reviews. I've done the review of the Hazy. I did the Christmas Ale from Breckenridge. Also did of course, the 2. I did one the other day and I uploaded it on the channel. The 2 Juice Drop, the Hazy Imperial, and that was like 9%. And I just did one yesterday and uploaded that one, the Juicy Haze IPA. Or the normal style IPA, that one's at 7%. So yeah, we get a little, again, thank you by the ownership of AB InBev, we do get some Breckenridge beers very easily here. So as well with this porter. So I will have my score coming up. It'll be favorable. Not,
okay.
This it'll be a favorable. It'll be favorable.
I had
grade.
a problem. Yeah. If you had the Imperial, it might be more favorable. All right.
Yes.
Thanks, last beer. Thanks for the comment. Now, I have a little problem before we go to Robert. I don't know what to do about this. Hold on, let me get this. I got to. I started hearing this racket while you were talking, and so I got up, and this animal, this stray cat. Okay. Hold on. This cat showed up last year, real hot, real wild, what you call a feral cat, whatever. Scared of people. If I approached it, it would hiss, scratch. It did bite me twice, but now it's got used to me over the months. So now it's constantly wanting to come in here and lay on my lap and stuff. But these animals are kind of smart. Like it realized that the vinyl screen on the back porch door is not real strong vinyl, so she got this idea that she could push the screen out, detach it from the break, the what's holding it. And now she's got the seal. Now she's busting her head through it, and I sealed her, and then she just like tore it open with her claws and sticking her head through. I'm wondering if I replaced it with a metal screen, if that would work. I don't think she's going to bust through a metal screen.
I don't know. She might.
Yeah,
the metal. She won't bite her way through it, but she could probably. The seal is what's your big problem, because that's only a piece of rubber that goes completely around the screen and it's in the groove. So
it's rolled in.
Yeah. She could push her way through that pretty well.
Man, that is so irritating, and it's like you can't explain to it. You can't explain, look, you need to not do this. This keeps mosquitoes out the house. If it's a cool evening, I have the door open. It wouldn't let mosquitoes in because the back porch is screened in. So it's like a double. I don't really technically need the screen. But I mean, I don't want to have a back door with no screen. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
But she's arranging it to where that's going to be the situation. Now, let's see if I can look up the brewery real fast. Brewery.
BREERY. You can. It's on there. I've got it pulled up right now on my other screen.
Oh, and then okay. I'm gonna do a screen share in a moment. Let me see.
Okay.
I'll just load up here. Got to do this. Yes, I'm over 21. Now, isn't that company mostly famous? Oh, whoever's got music, got to immediately turn that up. Isn't this company famous for mainly sours?
I don't know. I've gotten several. I've gotten a lot of stouts through them over the years. So I mean, I don't know, but mostly what I've bought from them has been sours. So, I mean, not sours. Stouts. Oh my God, I can't even talk. Yes.
Okay, let me one more step here. Here we go. Stout. Okay. Good. So they have so many beers, it's sent through a catalog. I'm almost there. Be patient, folks.
Yeah.
Oh no. Come on. I'll bring you up at least.
See, I show up late, gets him all flustered. Should have been here on time.
These websites, they're a real slow upload. No, that's not really the issue.
I'm gonna go ahead and get it open and poured while you're doing that. It developed more of a head on it for 15.3.
You got it. I'll try to. Oh yeah! Wow.
It's a dissipating fast though. It's like Coca-Cola when you pour it, it's starting to. You can hear it just. I don't know if you can hear it on there. Not holding next to the microphone, but it's literally that carbonation's just popping and it's just collapsing.
You can hear it.
Still, you still poured with a lot more. head than I would have expected. So original pour, probably a finger and a half on the head. Pour come down to about half a finger and just kind of stayed there. Cannot see through it. It is black as night. And I can smell the roasted malts from here. Not even have to put my nose in it. You can smell them coming at you. I smell chocolate, vanilla. I do smell the bourbon note from the bourbon barrel. I get that very well.
Mm.
You don't even have to get your nose in it.
You wouldn't have to know who's bourbon, huh?
No, it doesn't say on the website or on the can that I could find. The can just, it says, it's funny, it's got family rule wrote there. I have no idea, rue, whatever. Have no idea what that means. It says, namesake aside, this bourbon barrel aged imperial stout is worthy of pouring every day of the week. Both elegant and complex, it exemplifies over 10 years of experience in barrel aging technique. Notes of dark chocolate and vanilla, which I've already got the chocolate and vanilla, are rounded with hints of freshly picked cherries, dried figs, and molasses. I was getting ready to say the dried figs on it. That was the dried fruits, definitely. Maybe a little bit of black backstrap molasses. Maybe a little bit. But man, that bourbon note is just very good. All right, I'll jump in. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Oh my. There's the cherries right now. Okay, first thing it hit me with was it hit me with the roasted malts. It hit me with the vanillas real hard and the chocolate right up front. Then along next sensation was the bourbon barrels, dried figs, a little bit of that oak note, that sweet oak note that you get sometimes when they barrel age like that. Then it switches to the cherries, and the dark cherries is just lingering right there on the sides of my tongue. I mean, it's just lingering now. Oh, it's got a great finish, guys. In the mid part of the website. Yeah, I've got it pulled up. Yeah. In the mid part of the sip, you do get a little bit of that 15.3% alcohol note. It's not overwhelming by any means, but you do get it. But it washes away rather quickly, and it leaves you with a nice, I don't even know where they're getting that beautiful cherry note from. But it does get a beautiful cherry note. The molasses, I noticed a little bit on the nose, and that's about it. I don't really get them in the palate. But man, I'm not kidding you. That cherry note is awesome on this.
Wow.
There you go again. Yeah, you get the chocolate and the vanilla up front. Then the dried figs, the bourbon's kind of hit. And then it just washes right into that cello. It just transcends over your palate. And that's the kind of, I love these kind of beers. These are my favorite. Anytime you can get those kind of transitions, I just love it.
Yeah.
This is going to be a high score. I'm not going to.
Is it worth it? It's worth the $12 a can?
Oh, yeah. I only paid $9 for this one.
Oh,
it says, yeah, I only paid $9 for this one. The lava, where's the lava? I sent John and all them other guys. I paid $11.99 for those. This was $2 cheaper.
That's really good, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was $9.99. It's worth every penny. Just for the experience. I haven't seen, we're going back to Kansas City next week. We got a couple more trips up there in the next week, so I'll see if they still got some left. I'm going to repurchase. This is a surprise. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go to whoever needs to go now.
No,
I think
I wanted to expose him for having that in his mouth.
Oh. Well, we've covered it. So you go ahead, and I'm not gonna have to think long on this score.
Okay.
I need to
I'm going to
write it down.
Okay. Now, for friendliness, the cat is friendly. For bad behavior, she's very bad, tearing the screen down, and doing all that. That is not right. I did not ask for this problem. But anyway, now as far as, okay, what are you going to do? You're going to get down, stay up? What are we trying to do here? All right, just figure it out. Okay, back to the beer. All right, come on back up. All right. Whew. Anyway. I'm sitting up here listening to brr, 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 brr. This beer is very rich, and it's like I don't need to eat any chocolate cake today because I'm drinking it. You know, it's like literally a pastry. It's whoa, sweet like sugar. Whoops, let me go bring myself up into the screen. If I can get that to work. But anyway, I can't really complain because after all, when I bought it, I saw in the can where it said 12% alcohol, imperial pastry stout. So I knew what I was getting into, but I like what I'm getting into. Really good. I'm going to go with a 94 out of 100, 9.4 out of 10. If you see Hubbard's Cave, and I don't think their distribution is too good, you might run across it. But if you see Hubbard's Cave, hazelnut, coffee, and cakes, ta-da! I would say buy it. I'm going to go with 94, 100. I'm going to give it the score right now. So let's see. I'll type that in. John and Neely asked me to host Stout Sunday while he's gone. So he's going to be gone. But he said he promises he'll be back doing it regularly by 2027. So it's just a short break.
Just a little outside.
Just a little break. So 5 or 6 years, he's going to be back in, baby. Okay, now Jean-Pierre is going to give us a score for this Madagascar, New Guinea, and vanilla Anheuser-Busch Stout.
Yes.
Breckenridge.
Pretty decent, pretty good. Again, like you said, a little low for my taste, but hey, you'll take it, especially for what it is. I'm going to go with 84 out of 100 for this one, Breckenridge.
So a B.
A B, yeah. So I've seen other stuff from them. Like I said, it's a good porter, and I'll just leave it as is. Food pairings, I guess you could do some, brisket with this. You could pair it with, that's the only thing that would come to mind. Nice tender, medium rare steak, something like that, pot roast. But yeah, that would be porter would go well with that. So that would be a B score for me, 84 out of 100 for this porter from Breckenridge, under the guidance of the evil empire, AB and Bev.
Yeah, somebody's posting about Hubbard's Cave right now, and they're saying L's Vacation. What is the L's Vacation? That's a weird name, L's Vacation. Well, he'll probably write the comment what L's Vacation is. So now, just so happens it's Sunday. And we're going to get a score for just so happens it's Tuesday.
Right. I always record my Stout Sundays. I'm going to be real honest.
Good.
I really love this stuff. I love the way it moves across the palate. I like the way it tastes. It's not got a heavy alcohol effect, although I got a feeling after consuming the can at 15.3%, I'm going to know the alcohol was there.
Yeah.
The flavors are all on point. No awkwardness in the flavors. It's balanced. Not overtly sweet like some pastry stouts are. Not overly bitter. There's that bitter chocolate. There's a little bitterness rolling in the background that counterbalances some of that sweetness from the vanilla and from the dried fruits. And I love the way the cherry finishes on this one. That cherry in the finish and through the finish, and it lasts. It's not just here and gone. It sticks with you for a minute or two. This is a 99. There is no, I will buy this at that price. I would buy a 6-pack. I'd buy a case of this stuff to last me the next year and a half if I could find it. I really, really, on a really good day, this would be 100. I'm not even going to lie. I could see giving it 100.
Wow.
I mean,
so you're kind of lowballing it at 99.
Yeah, 99. I'm going to leave it at 99 because it's just probably the slightest hair below CBS, which I would give 100 to all day long. I mean, we're split fine hair there. I could give it a 99 3/4. If I'm giving the CBS 100, this is so close. The CBS don't finish this. The barrel note with the cherry and the vanilla. The CBS doesn't finish this well. It finishes differently. Okay, that's the best way to put it. It finishes differently, and it skews a little more to the sweet side. It's probably a little balanced more to the sweet than this. This is just riding a beautiful. You know what? Fuck it. I'm sorry. 100.
No, okay.
I'm just going to give it 100 because the more I keep talking, the more I'm like, I'm holding it a little below the CBS, but in all honesty, it's slightly different than the CBS. And I think that I'm trying to hold it to a standard that's different, if that makes sense. I think because I love the balance on this. I love the balance. I love the flavor transitions. This is really and truly for my palate. And I can only speak for my palate. It is really a very, very good beer. A very, very good stout.
It doesn't actually have cherries in it, does it? It just
has
cherry.
That cherry is coming from the bourbon. Bourbon, sometimes bourbons will get, especially in some of the, what's a good classic example of cherries in bourbon? We're putting me on the spot now, but I'm going to go ahead and say a lot of times I get a lot of heavy cherry note in Knob Creeks, in the Jim Beam Knob Creeks. You'll get a lot of good cherry notes in there. You'll get a lot of good cherry notes in the Weller 107. A lot of good cherry notes in that one. And that's where it's coming from. There's no cherries in bourbon, but that note comes along from the barrel effect and whatever little bourbon that's still in that barrel that they refilled with that. So it would be interesting to know, and I agree with you in this, Ron, what barrels, where they got the barrels from and what the barrels was used for prior. That would be really interesting to know. But it's there, and there's no. Go ahead.
The brewery's in California, right?
Mm-hmm. Palencia, California. I've had.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not really bourbon, not exactly bourbon country,
No, they make a few out. They make one, I think, out there, or two. They make a couple different ones from little distilleries. But I'm gonna say these barrels are probably coming from Kentucky. It's just a little too much on that side, and I'm going to stick with that. I may be wrong, but I believe that's where they're getting their barrels from. And I'm going to say probably.
I'm pretty sure you're not wrong.
Yeah, and they're either coming from either Jim Beam or Buffalo Trace. I don't know which.
Now, earlier on, folks, when Whisky Scout said he was changing his score, he meant to say, "Forget it. I'm changing it to 100 out of 100."
I'm sorry. I know, and I try not to do that. But I was getting excited. I'm so sorry. I caught myself after, unfortunately. Forgive me for that, Ron. But yes, it's This is really good. I think I will. I think I'll leave it at 100 because this is even a surprise for me. I didn't expect it to be this good. Whereas the lava was such an interesting, good product from the brewery because they have a lot of good products. But this, and it skews probably a little more toward the pastry side. But this one is holding that line. You definitely know it's an imperial stout barrel aged. And it's not got a lot of adjuncts in it. They're not adding coconut. They're not adding a lot of chocolate into it or various other things. These are things just developed from the flavor of the cask itself. And when you can do that, and it translates so well, they've got some really good casks, and they've got some really good stout that they've brewed and put in there. So, I mean, you got a lot of. I just like this stuff. I could go on, and I can make this miserable. So.
Okay. No, I didn't. When I said stop it, damn you, I didn't mean to you. The cat. If I go run, I was getting up to get my promo stuff, and her favorite game to play is run up behind you and bite your leg.
Oh,
oh no! I told her that's not a game that we play.
No.
We don't play bite people on the back of their leg, but in her mind, it's like, oh, it's fun because I like to kill. Okay. Now, as far. So we got an 84, a 94, and 100, y'all. That is great. And so that averages out to, let's see, 84 plus 94 plus 100 divided by 3 is at 93. So we average in 93 tastes. So we're in most excellent territory. Now, not tomorrow, but Tuesday morning at dawn, we have another extravaganza coming up, a Dawn Busters Taste Challenge at dawn Tuesday morning. And I have Dewar's 12-year aged. And they claim that they only brought this product out in the last like 25 years, but that's really not true because I was looking at some advertisements from the 1930s and 40s magazine ads, and they were showing Dewar's 12-year. Probably what happened was it got done away with at some point, and then they brought it back under probably a new mash bill or something. But whatever the case, this is going to go up, and I got the best deal in history on this handle bottle. I told you the price. You'd say he's drunk. He's talking crazy, but I'm not drunk and I'm not talking crazy. But it's going to go up against Dewar's 18-year age. So it should be a mismatch, but it doesn't always work out that way. I bought a bunch of these little bottles, one after the other. So I have a number of bottles. I should be able to get through all my blended Scotch whiskeys, or at least come close to getting through all of them. Now, Wednesday, get ready for Wednesday, people. Even if you're looking at your phone and you live in Georgia, not to say I'm pointing out anybody in particular. Not to say I'm not pointing out anybody in particular either, but get ready for Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern. We are going to examine King Cobra Premium Malt Liquor. Now, something tells me that when this bottle was produced, they didn't use enough glue on it. I put it in the fridge, and look what happened to the label.
Oh man! Oh my God!
Oh wow!
I got the not enough glue. Yeah. When you open it on Wednesday, it'd be like, oh, beer. It's called beer.
Yeah, it's kind of like, wow, this must have been at the very end of when they had to stop and say, add more glue. So that worked out too well. But and it's funny because the beer is not old. This is a pretty fresh bottle. So I don't know what happened. Now, I've never seen that. This is like literally never happened to me before. It's craziness. But anyway, that's coming up. If you can find King Cobra, or if you're interested, some people could say, yeah, I can find it, but I ain't joining. I understand that. But
is that on Wednesday?
Wednesday at about 7:20 Eastern, 6:20 Central. And I didn't pay too much for this. And then Friday coming up, this week we have Fandango Friday. Any liquor or liqueur. I've got a whole party bucket full, and I went to Total Wine yesterday, and I re-upped for next year. I got, yeah. So then, and in case people are interested, the last Wednesday of the month, we're reviewing a beer that you probably could find around if you look for it hard enough. It's called Budweiser, which claims to be the king of beer. But we're going to examine that because people always like that. And so that's it for me. I have nothing else to say except thanks for watching, everybody. Now, Jean-Pierre is going to do any promos and shout-outs, and then Whisky Scout.
Yeah, let me get my beer real quick. I'm sorry. Let me get prepared. Was not prepared.
Maybe Budweiser would be the king of production in beer. But
Yeah. Well, it is the
anyway.
selling beer in the world. Like, we do have to give them that.
Right. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video that I uploaded just a while ago. That was the from Monday Night Brewing, the Taco Tuesday Mexican Lager, and also before that I did the Breckenridge Juice Drop Hazy IPA, not 7%. So those are the two videos that are up on my channel right now. What I have coming up, I still have a couple of beers from Pontoon Brewery I'll be reviewing. But also, this is something I just recently picked up the other day. Haze Sean IPA from Duchetti's, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Yeah, Duchette.
Duchette's.
No. The shoots.
Pardon me.
yeah, Oregon.
Yeah, from Bend, Oregon. Deschutes, the Haze-tron IPA. Also, of course, I also have another bottle of this, the Vanilla Porter. I will review this also this week. And this one here from Red Hair Brewing Company, based here in Marietta, Georgia. And also they have a brewery in, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Shallots or Shallots, I guess. Shallots, North Carolina. I don't know what city that is, or if it's close to Greensboro or, Charlotte or Raleigh or whatever. But this is from the brewery, Long Days, from Red Hair Brewing Company, the Long Days Lager. This is what I'll be reviewing. So, and whatever else. Of course, I'll be joining you, Jay, Wednesday night, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, for 6:30 Central for the King Cobra review. I already got my King Cobra already, and in my little fridge, just got one 25-ounce can. One is enough for me. And I guess next Sunday I'll join you for Stout Sunday. So thank you, and to all the dads, including the two of you, Robert and Jay, all the dads out there watching around America, around the world. Happy Father's Day, including my dad. I spoke to him this morning. He was very good. He was resting. He said, happy Father's Day. Okay, I love you.
Right.
He went back to sleep.
And actually, you were talking about the shoots. That was the last movie John Wayne ever made with Ron Howard and Lauren Bacall. It was called The Shoots. Yes.
Okay.
I thought The Shootist was the last movie he made.
That's what I said. The Shoots. Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Wasn't he? What's that movie where he played a cop?
I know.
Brannigan.
Yeah.
Brannigan, right. So
The Shoots.
Yeah.
The Shoots is.
All right, guys. Hold on for a second. I got to have another taste.
no problem, my friend.
Take a good taste and watch your mouth. I mean, take a good taste and do your promos. All right.
I was driving out last week to the well, and I was in a liquor store, and I seen this, and I thought of you, Ron.
Oh, thank you. It must be cheap. All right. The Dimple Pinch, the 15-year age. Okay.
And I know you did so much work on it, and I've never had it. I still haven't yet. I just got home yesterday, really.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So I purchased it just because and I want to try it. It's a 15-year-old. I paid $45.99 for it, I think it was.
Yeah.
And for a 15-year-old Scotch, even blended, that's a pretty good price, in all honesty. It is 40% ABV. It's not any more than that. And then it's got the nice wire that winds around the bottle, so if it falls off the ocean liner while it's going down, or whatever it is, whatever
grab the
boat
wire.
on the ocean is. If it does crack, it keeps all the big pieces together. That's the design of the wire. That's what the wire's for. The rest of it is for, well, you can't see it, but if
Won't
we look
roll
at,
off the table.
yeah, exactly. It'll slide off the table, but it won't roll off the table. So that's why it's designed the way it's designed. The same way with Johnny Walker Swing, which is a very good one, which is if you ever come across one, I think you should buy it and try it.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, it has a rocking motion. The bottom of the bottle is actually concave a little bit. Yeah, no way concave's in convex.
But like it literally swings.
Yeah, exactly. And swing back and forth with the rocking of the ocean. So these are two definite bottles that's designed to be put in maritime situations. Let's put it that way. So anyway, so I'm looking forward to trying this, but it was a total thought of you. I've never bought, and I've seen it plenty of times before, and it was the right moment, right time, right price. And I thought, well, I'll get it and see. So
Wouldn't you like to try? Wouldn't you like to find? And I'm still looking. Wouldn't you love to run across the 86 proof version?
oh yeah, I would. Well, I say that, but when I came back from Louisiana, 3 weeks ago or whatever it was, I went through. Oh shoot, where that Buc-ee's is there west of Dallas. I can't think of the name. Terrell, Texas.
Terrell, Texas.
Yeah, Terrell, Texas, right there at the Buc-ee's. There's a liquor store when you turn off the highway to go to it's a Specs. They actually had an 18-year-old old par. Now, I've had the 12-year-old old par, but I've never seen the 18. But I have X amount of dollars. They had something called a Limerick, which is a Glenallachie product. Basically, it's a peated Glenallachie, and I haven't seen that in Kansas either, so I had to weigh between the two because I don't want to purchase both, and so I bought the Limerick. So I didn't buy it, but I go back through there. I will probably, if they still have it, and I doubt they have it, but if they still
I'm glad you pronounced it because I thought it was pronounced Glenallachie.
No, it's Glenallachie.
I was saying Glenallachie.
Yeah, they can be difficult sometimes on their names and how you say them. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. No, I haven't really put out anything. I've got to get busy and get my act together and start filming again. I just, between work, between my daughter's situation and everything else going on, my mind's busy with a lot of other things. And
Understandable, man.
Making whiskey reviews or not. And it's not stopping me from drinking whiskey. I got plenty of, I have plenty of.
Yeah, I understand. It's just that it's not a priority. Yeah.
Yeah. To sit down and actually do it just seems to not be there right now.
Okay, well, yesterday David and I did a review of he was like not really wanting to review it, but I was like, you're gonna save it for like 50 years and drink one more ounce of it in 50 years. So then we reviewed it. It's a tequila. At first he was gonna put it in the infusion. Then he decided, that's a mistake to use this in an infusion. So we use a cheap tequila. But then we did a review of a añejo tequila called Pelagroso. So
okay, yes,
Pelagroso. It has a cork kind of stopper at the top. Pelagroso, and it's only been on the market 12 years, and they only make 4 different versions of it that we know of: the añejo, the reposado, the silver, and the cinnamon flavor. Which all these companies put out these candy cane products, but
as you go along, not to change the subject a little bit, but as you go along, pay attention between the reposado and the añejos, and kind of keep track in your tequila which ones you like the best. Some people like the añejo. The añejo gives a lot more barrel characteristic to it. Some people like the reposados more. I'm a reposado fan. I still like that silver tequila note coming in. A touch of the barrel effect's fine. But I think sometimes on the añejos, you get too much into the barrel effect, and you start to lose the youth, the distillate itself. So that's a personal.
I'm glad you said that, because yesterday I was saying I'm noticing a lot of wood here, and then David said wood. I said, yeah, it's been in a barrel over a year. Yeah, wood. So it was like kind of like a little controversy, but I stuck by what I was saying, and but I said no, you would not.
It's fine. To me, a touch of it's fine. A touch of that wood is fine, and it helps the flavor, and you get that reposado. But some of the añejos, it becomes too overbearing for me personally.
Yeah,
and that's where
it was sort of like a touch barrel forward, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I hear you.
But anyway, so thanks, folks, for watching Fandango.
Aha!
Even I make mistakes. Thanks for watching Stout Sunday, and we're looking forward to 2027 for the return of John. And so be back next Sunday, and we'll do more porters and stout porters. And I have a whole bunch of them that I bought. So I'm ready. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to roll.
Yeah.
I got to go buy some more stouts. This was my last one.
Yeah.
Other than the stuff I've put aside years ago for.
My mom's going to be in town this week. She's coming to town for Thursday for her niece's birthday party. And
I did a major stout.
You better kiss her and tell her you love her 15 times.
You will.
Mamas are beautiful, and I miss mine every day.
Yeah. No, every day I tell her, even though she has doesn't like some of the choices that I've made, but yes, she knows I love her. She knows I wouldn't be anywhere without her and my dad. So,
yep.
But she knows I have to live my life on my terms, but I know she still worries about me. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So.
Oh, like Bon Jovi said, it's my life. Like Bon Jovi said, it's my life. Now, I went to see Bon Jovi live. I went to see Bon Jovi live in 1985, and I got a free ticket, and they were live in Baton Rouge. And the funny thing about that was they were the opening act for Rat, R-A-T-T. But anyway,
yeah, I remember them. Round and round.
And everybody was saying, "Who's Bon Jovi? Are they going to ever be anything?" But it's kind of ironic that they became a much bigger act than Rat. So Jean, have a good time. Visit with your mother, and I did a major stout and porter purchase the last couple of weeks, so I'm pretty well stocked for upcoming Stout Sundays. So my daughter and I drank a stout, 10% stout at Trim Tab Thursday. Not the best beer to drink when it's 95 degrees outside, but it was good,
But y'all reviewed it, right? So
yeah, it's called chocolate sauce. It's called chocolate sauce. Chocolate sauce.
And you already posted it. It'll be posted this week, right?
At least by next week, yes. At least by next
All
week. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching Stout Sunday, and y'all take care now. You hear?
Enjoy. Happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Happy.